Ceann Comhairle, I think it's really disappointing that such draconian laws need to be brought in to deal with a small handful of irresponsible proprietors of so-called restaurants and gastropubs in this country. These premises are supposed to be operating around consuming alcohol with food rather than having a cold plate of €9 sausages on a table justify people drinking all night. And I know that some of the speakers have argued that the Gardaí don't want these particular powers. Well, I can tell you, representing the most rural constituency in this country, that the Gardaí need those powers. The Gardaí themselves are asking for those particular powers because they believe it is the only way that they can deal with those that are acting without any regard whatsoever for public health or for the long-term sustainability of their own business or their own community. They're putting the lives of people at risk, especially older people, within their own communities. They're risking a new lockdown in their own county. And all we have to do is to look and see what has happened in Laois, Offaly and Kildare. However, Minister, if we're clamping down on rogue establishments, we need to relax the regulations where there is a low risk of infection. The rules need to be proportionate, and they are not at present. If we look to the county of Leitrim, for the last 29 days, not one person resident in County Leitrim has been infected with COVID-19 or tested positive. Why does the County of Leitrim have the exact same rules as the City of Dublin, where we have a second surge beginning to bubble here in this city? There is absolutely no justification for that. So while government is very anxious to bring in draconian powers, while the government is very anxious to bring in lockdowns in Kildare, Laois and Offaly, why haven't we got the same terms in commitment of relaxing the regulations in parts of the country where there isn't a problem with COVID-19? In the last 6 weeks in County Leitrim, there have been 2 positive cases. How can we justify the continued lockdown in that county? Because I don't believe we can. And as I say, government has put more time and effort into clamping down on rogue operators than coming up with solutions to open up the majority of pubs that are still closed. There is no justification, Minister, whatsoever for the continued closure of pubs in rural locations.